See you
look
again.
beautiful.
It's part 2. It's part 2.
Episode 4, part 2.
Part 2. 4.2, 4.5, I guess.
Coming at you. Now. So I want to ask you guys one question each, and I'm gonna put it out there, and then you guys are gonna have time to think about it. What is one thing that has happened either in high school or out of high school that has changed your life, be it good or bad? And I'm going to say most times bad things is the things that change your life. But so just think about it. That has, just change you, change your perception of the world, change, more or less remove the innocence that you had in the world where you thought that everything was perfect and stuff like that. When I say that, I mean, it could have been a disappointment. It could have been friends. It could have been, something you experienced in high school that changed you forever. Just different things. So whoever want to go first, jump in.
I'm going first.
Go ahead.
Okay, so 2 things happened to me in high school, but I'm talking about one thing today. Talk about the other thing later on. Okay. But in high school, I think it was the beginning of 9th grade, we had this friend, and we were friends for a while, and she just started to act really different and just really controlling, and it just got, our relationship was in shambles at that point. And a lot of people tell us in high school friendships are going to fall apart, and you're going to find new people, and you're going to discover yourself, and that's something that really shaped my reality. It's like, you can think you're going to be friends with somebody for so long, you've known them for however long you know them, but when they start to change, when you start to change, and you realize your lives are in 2 different trajectories, there's really nothing that you can do about it. You have to learn to move away from that relationship if it's costing you your mental health and your ability to function. And that's something that happened to me, and realize that I have to value who I'm friends with and really be more intentional about who I talk to and who I put my time into.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah, did you say you had one?
I don't have one yet.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, this is, mine happened in high school, and it happened after high school as well, too. So, one of the things that made life real for me is just dealing with the death of my friends.
That's the same thing.
Yeah. That's some of the hardest stuff you got to go through. It's like growing up and living everyday life, life becomes like a fantasy once you start getting used to a routine, or you start getting used to certain things happening and hanging out with certain people, or just knowing that certain people are there. And out of nowhere, you, boom, come to school the next day, oh, so-and-so dead, or so-and-so got shot, so-and-so this happened to him, and you like, nah, it's not real. Like, it doesn't feel real. It can't be. Even after you know it's a fact, it doesn't hit you until like a couple days later, or weeks it could be. And it hit me bad. It really turned me upside down. I was thinking that all my friends gonna make it to the reunions and stuff like that, and later in life, and I'm gonna see everybody be great. But that's what changed me.
Yeah, I think that is always a sober reality for anyone, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I feel like as more time goes by too, like it opens your eyes more and more too, because like you see like, okay, your friend passed away at a young age when you were in high school, and you were young too at the same time. Mm-hmm. But like now when you getting older and older, you see like more stuff in the world, and you're just like, man, like my friend, he passed away before he could see all of this. Like, it's a blessing that I'm still alive today, and like I can't take a lot of things for granted, because once you start thinking like that, it makes you see like everything could just be gone so fast. Like he never knew that was gonna be his last day. Like when he got up and then got into that crash, like he never knew that was gonna be his last day. Like,
yeah, I think you should take it as, if you ever going through that or something like that, or people that's been through that and still suffering through it, I think you should take it as motivation. When somebody gone, that's beautiful. When somebody gone or somebody leaves us, their life stops, but you still here. So do everything that you can do to make yourself great, to keep yourself going for them. You feel me? I'm gonna stop though, cause
no.
Yeah, a little bit dark.
No, you start getting sick. You know why? I think it hits when you're younger and you lose friends at a younger age. It really hits you different because you didn't envision it. Like when you're younger, you always think you're invincible.
That's the last thing on your mind.
You know, that is the last thing on your mind.
It's never gonna happen.
You know,
to anyone
you
else
never
anyways.
thought exactly. That's the last thing you picture. You know, you live without that reality until it happens. You know, and when it happens, it's painful and it's sobering at any age, really, but more so when you're younger because you're thinking this person is young. This should not have happened.
And your mind is more impressionable.
Yeah, and it sticks with you even more. And then that's why I was always so protective of you guys in funerals, you know, because I always felt like I wanted you to, well, thank God, first of all, you didn't really have any that you had to go to, you know. And, but I always wanted you guys to, I don't think you're ever ready, but I kind of sort of wanted you to be ready to deal with the finality of that because I remember when, Daniel's uncle died, and he was younger. Well, Uncle Fred, y'all don't remember him. Y'all are too small. And
I remember him.
It really shook Daniel.
I was wrecked, like
it
for
really
a while.
shook him. And I was younger
baby,
then.
right?
Yeah, Daniel was like about 4 or 5.
But it still shook him.
But it still shook him because he always liked him. You know, he always used to go around with him and they would, you know, go get fruits and, you know, hang out and talk and stuff like that. And so I didn't think it would affect him the way how it did. And like I said, I was younger then too. And I had to be maybe 23 or 24 when it happened. And you were like 4 or 5, something like that. I can't remember. Or 6 maybe.
So what did you do?
I didn't. It didn't affect me as much.
Like, what did you do to, like, with Daniel? Like, did you notice that? And then, like,
no. I didn't know that it affected him the way how it did until, like, years after. You know, until years after. Then he told me because as a parent, your children is going to go through things that they're not always going to share with you. Some of it you're going to learn later on that this is what, you know, happened, especially when you're younger and you're figuring life out,
they don't understand it. And so they're just trying to understand it and they over and over and over. They don't speak about it.
Right. And so when you see stuff like this happen, it makes you protective of the other kids because now you know, okay, this didn't go well with him, so I need to be protective of the other children just to make sure, you know. And even for me, I'm very skeptical about that too, you know. So I make sure that I give myself space and time to process it well, if there's such a thing. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we never got to you.
I was just about to say that.
So Jazmine and I, we both went to the same school, so we kind of had the same friends. And I think my experience is kind of the same as hers. It's not exactly the same, but definitely it would be just that one person we always used to hang out with. She really kind of shaped me into who I am now. She kind of did a lot of, I don't want to say destruction, but kind of destruction. And she kind of, there was a time when me and Jazmine, we had a little dark spot. We weren't the best of friends at the time, and that really put a little division between us. So yeah, I don't want to really go into a lot of detail, but that really made me consider who I am, and who I want to be around me. That's
and around your siblings too, your family too.
That's why I'm a lot more cautious about who I speak to and who I let into my life, basically, and who I tell certain stuff to.
But I think that's a learning experience for everybody, you know, until you actually go through it, because to some degree you go through life in some shape of being naive, and until life happens, and then you're like, I need to, you know, readjust and shift. And because inherent in relationships is hurt and pain, you are going to experience that with friends. You're going to experience it at home. You're going to experience it with people, because you're dealing with human beings that are trying to figure out life themselves, right? And sometimes, unfortunately, is at our mercy. But it teaches us, hopefully, it teaches us that, we need to be intentional about, who we are, who we allow around us, and who we want to be, because there's who we are, and then there's who we want to be, and there's a space in between, and we have to protect that space in between, because if we're not protective of that space in between us getting to where we want to be, people are going to come and derail us. People are going to come and make us fall off, and then you realize this is not the person I'm trying to be. So you have to be intentional and be around people that you want, or embodies the things that you want to be, where you're going on your path. But until you realize and you start figuring out that, hey, there's a person that I want to be, you're going to fall for anything. You're going to be around anyone, and you're going to get hurt. Sometimes you're going to get hurt several times until you figure out, this is the woman that I want to be. This is the man that I want to be. So when other people comes around me that's not, or they don't embody this person that I'm trying to get to, I need to distance myself. I need to separate myself. Who do I need to attach to? But it comes back to, once again, having a plan, and having a plan for that future young woman that you want to be, that future man that you want to be, so that you can write your vision and make it clear. Someone actually gave some good advice a while back, and they said, as you get older and you become a young man or a young woman, write on a piece of paper what you're going to stand for, what you're not going to stand for. Because sometimes you need to remind yourself, this isn't something that I want to be. This isn't something I want to stand for. This isn't something I want to be comfortable with. And you're always going to be faced with those choices for as long as you live. It's not ever going to be a one and done thing. Because even as an older person, older than you guys, I'm still making those choices. Because people are forever coming into your life and crossing paths with you, and you're forever having to make that decision that, oh, this isn't somebody I want in my close space, or this is somebody I wouldn't mind getting to know more. So take heart. It's part of the process.
All right. I got a question, and we can make this like an outro question.
Yes.
So going back to a positive note, what's some of the things, or one of the things growing up that made you want to grind, made you want to go for it or go towards a certain goal?
For me,
for me, I would say seeing how people take you, like
how they see you.
If they see you, or if they see, wait, what was your question again? I'm sorry.
What made you want to grind? What's some of the things in life seeing that made you want to hustle, like made you want to reach for a goal?
So like when somebody sees you working and sees you putting in effort from wherever they are, they'll come help you, and it's just like, I want to be somebody that is seen to other people. That's like, okay, he's working, he's doing something. He's rather than being somebody that's kind of like, because what moves me is kind of like, okay, you just want to. I don't want to be like just a bum sitting around. Yeah. And like when people see me, they just, oh, he's just a bum. He don't do nothing. So that's kind of what moves me, like just to be something for myself. Like that's kind of like one of the biggest things for me, at least.
Okay. I definitely feel that.
For me, it comes from a place, this is going to sound kind of weird, but it comes from a place of not really having a lot. When we were younger, we were in a good spot. We didn't starve or anything like that, but it's just,
we always had what we needed.
Yeah, we always had what we needed, but
you want more.
You want more. You want your own stuff, and I'm not the type of person to want to burden anyone and ask for stuff. So that's why I wanted to get a job. I wanted to start making my own money, and I wanted to pay for my own stuff. So that's what it came from. And then seeing the adults, seeing mommy, she came from so little and she worked. I wanted to be like that. I wanted to work and have my own stuff and just reap the benefits of my hard work.
For me, it's the same thing, but also just seeing, like what Jaida said, my mom worked so hard to bring us to where we are now. I want to get successful and to just get to the place where I can bless mommy for all the time she has blessed me and give back 100 times more than she ever gave to me. And I want to help people. I want to be that face that people can look at and see, and just show people how better life can be when they follow God and when they give their life to God. And little girls who are just going through what I went through, I want to help them and show them that it does get better, and you can do it, you can fight through it, and just be that role model to them.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh, you skipping you?
Oh, okay. What was the question?
So the question is, what things growing up or what things in everyday life make you want to grind, hustle, get to that goal that you set?
The things growing up, I had a difficult childhood. I really had. My mom gave me the best that she could have given me, but I think she gave me the best that she knew, because she didn't have a easy childhood either, right? And, like Jaida said, I must say that I didn't go through the worst of worst. Things could have always been worse. But I went through enough to where I knew that, I wanted a different life for myself and for my children. I wanted to protect them. I wanted to be a good foundation and a solid rock for them. And I just wanted an easier life, and I didn't want to be taken advantage of. I felt like there were so many times in my life growing up where I was taken advantage of, and I didn't have a voice. My voice was taken away from me, and people didn't like me for whatever reason, and I never knew why. Even as a little child, I'm like, why you don't like me? And I didn't feel like I had the best relationship with my extended family, so I always wanted to create a family of my own, and I always wanted you guys to be close because I knew the value of that, because I didn't have it. My older brother left early, and then it was just me and my younger brother, and then I left, and so we were in 3 different countries at different times, and we loved each other and we were supportive of each other, but I didn't get to see that day to day, and I wanted that for you guys, and I wanted to protect you in a way that I feel I wasn't protected, as a young woman and growing up. And what I've learned along the way is that you can't protect your children from everything. You can just do the best that you can do, and it makes me see my mom in a different light, see her efforts and what she's done. And what I wanted to do was honor her by taking us a little bit further, and instill or put inside of you something for you to take our generation further, and then hopefully they take themselves further, and we keep reinventing ourselves and getting better and stronger. So basically, my exposure or lack thereof made me want to create something different.
Okay, I like that. For me, I would say it's 2 things. One thing that hit the hardest, I guess I would say, is being broke. I don't like that. I gotta get some bread. You feel me? Number 2, I would say seeing the people around me. I got a lot of friends. I got a lot of people that I know, people that I see that's here in the city with me, that's doing big things, that's going up, that's really making a name for themselves. And it make me feel like, hey, I grew up, went to high school, went to middle school, went to elementary school with this person. I was close with this person. We still talk, this and that. And if he could do it, I know I could do it. If she could do it, I know I could do it. If they can grind and put they pride to the side and hustle and do what they got to do to make it to that next level, I could do it too. So that's some of the motivation I got.
And it's hard work.
It is.
We live in a time where Instagram and Facebook and the internet make things look so easy.
Yeah.
But actually it's hard work, and it's being consistent with the hard work, going after it day after day after day, and even when you don't feel like it, pushing past your feelings and doing what you know you need to do to take you to that next level. So with that being said,
It's a long one.
Right.
this was a good episode. So thank you guys for joining. See you on the next one.
Right,
MaDukes
now.
out. Bye.
Hey, so that's it. Thank you for watching today's episode. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. New episodes drop Wednesdays each week. Remember to hit the notification button so you never miss when we post. See you later. Bye.